Good morning. It's Megan with Polar Fabrics. You're joining me for my Breakfast with Megan on Thursday, October the 23rd, 2025. Good morning. So let me know if you're watching. Good morning, Susan. Okay, so, oh, there we got some more. Good morning, Joy, Paula, Christina. Good morning, Becky. Good morning, Diana. Good morning, Betty. Good morning, Gay. So, good morning, Patty. I'm glad everybody is joining me this morning. Good morning, Laurie and Marcella. So I have quite a bit to show. Not a whole lot of fabric, but a lot of books and patterns and notions that's come in over the past 2 weeks. But I'm going to start here. Let's see, I got to remember how to do this. Okay, so I don't know if you've seen my picture of all the, oh, gosh darn it. Hit the right buttons here. There we go. My picture of all the wool. Here is all the wool put out. It took me 2 days to figure all the wool out. But these are bundles. Good morning, Ionia. These have 8 different prints. Good morning, Valerie. Of wool. They're 8 by 14. These bundles. So these are from Primitive Gatherings. She does a very good job with her wool. Beautiful colors. This is a new colorway that she has. It's not that bright in person, but it is a brighter, like tealy aqua color. So if you like to do wool work, these bundles are great. It gives you a lot of variety. And we have some really bright ones here. We also restocked all of our 5-inch squares from Primitive Gatherings. So these same bundles that I just showed come in these 5-inch squares. So if you don't need a whole lot for your project, these little 5-inch square charm packs are great because they have, I don't know how many's in here. 2, 4, 6. There's 10 different prints. This one is a variety pack, so it's all those different colors. But there's all kinds. We also got some Moda wool scrap bags back in stock. So these are scraps where they've cut things. So we have a couple of those back in stock. Of course, we have our 10-inch squares here. Lots of new wool. Then we have a bunch of new wide backs. So on the website that I shared, it has all the wide backs listed. This is one of the new ones. I think we've sold 4 yards of this already. Beautiful black. Looks like line art. Just really pretty. Black with the bright colors. This is another new wide back. This is another new wide back. And that green one. This purple one. Good morning, Arlene and Dale. Then we have 4 new flannel wide backs. So these are from Primitive Gatherings. These go with her Prairie Gatherings flannel line. So we've got red and brown, tan and blue. We purchased several bolts of these because we cannot keep flannel wide backs in stock. Good morning, Pam. Good morning, Stitches. Kansas Trouble wide backs we have back in stock. The red splatter, the cream splatter, and the multi splatter. We've been waiting on those, so those came back in. I know there's another one floating around here somewhere. Yeah. It's here somewhere. Lots of new wide backs, so if you're looking for something, check out the website. They're all on there. Then we have some new panels. This one is from Benartex. This line is called Cat's Artistry. So very fun kitty cats. They look like stained glass or some kind of mosaic art with broken pieces of glass. So this is the panel. Let's see here. Good morning, Bev and Lori and Loretta and Cheryl. And then this is the fabric line that goes with the kitty panel. So really pretty pieces. It does have a border stripe with the kitty silhouettes in the broken glass. And it has this really pretty, what I call a packed kitty. And then it has some bubbles. And another kind of border stripe with the different broken glasses and the bubbles. And then some more bubbles on black. So just a really fun line, especially for all of our kitty lovers. And then this one is new from Quilting Treasures. This is called Hedgehogs. So little hedgehogs. So there's 16 panels, smaller panels on this one big panel. So to try to get them all in one view is hard. But that's the panel. It's a yard panel, so it's a big panel. And then we have these two pieces to go with it. So this really pretty gray floral and this all over hedgehog piece. So just really cute. I know a lot of people love hedgehogs. And then, let's see. I've got some dinosaurs around here somewhere. Right here. So new dinosaurs. We have them on navy with all the dinosaurs. And then we have this white piece that has all the dinosaurs with their names. So if you have a dinosaur lover, these two are great, especially this one. If you're like me and know Triceratops and Brachiosaurus is all that you know, then this is great because you can learn the other names of them. My Henry can name all the dinosaurs, I believe. So those two are new. Then we have a few new landscaping fabrics. So this one here looks like a night sky with the stars. And then this one just looks like again, a night sky. It's more of a purple. It's coming through on my camera more as a black. It's more purple. This is, oh, there it looks a little bit better. Put my hand down in there. Very fun. And here's this one with the stars. Again, it's not that bright. In person, it's more blue. They're very, very pretty. Let's see. I did not tag these on the website, but we have a couple new Minkies. This is an 80-inch wide hide Minky, so it's fuzzier. It's 80 inches. This is in charcoal, and then we have this one in jeans, which is more of a blue color, and then we have this 90-inch in forest. So those are some new colors. We restocked a bunch of other colors. Those are some of the newer ones that we have. Reading my list, make sure I don't miss anything here. Another new piece from Quilting Treasures is this Celtic panel. And it has this saying down here at the bottom, which I think is the Irish prayer. Very cool. Looks like a stained glass window. And then it comes, the line came with these two clovers. So that's called Spirit of Ireland. Then from Moda, we have 1930s Playtime 2025. So they do one of these just about every year. And Moda's 1930s is wonderful. I'm pretty sure we have pre-cuts of this. I have like 4 boxes of pre-cuts I have to get out today, so. And these 3 are new. And then we have to skip down here to the rest of these. Good morning, Rhonda. So fun 1930s prints. Then from Kansas Troubles, we have Bluebird's Nest. So this whole line is nothing but blues and creams, which is right up my mother's alley. It is a very pretty line. A lot of these prints are beautiful. They'd work in so many different quilts. And I just put this one out before I left last night so that I could show it. I love these prints here, these little tiny flowers, and these next prints. There's something about little tiny flowers that I just love. So this is Bluebird's Nest. We do have all the pre-cuts for this. May say that a few of them are sold out. They're in one of those boxes back in the back that I have to unpack, but they are coming. Then we have some new white on whites. Now, I don't know how well this camera is going to pick up these white on whites, but we're going to try it. So, oh, not too bad. So some of these are reorders, but some of them are not. So I'm just going to show a line of them. And you can really see the print on here, which is wonderful. So different dots, vines, more dots, and more dots. Dots seem to be very popular. This one does have some specks on it right through there. Very fine. We have some flowers. And then we jump over here. We have some more, some like stars and spots. That was one of my favorite ones when we ordered. This little flower. And we have a bunch more white on whites, but those are the newest ones that just came in, or reorder that came in. And then I have a bunch of panels from Timeless Treasures. So this one is the Serenity Prayer on this beautiful mountain panel. Now, if you don't want the Serenity Prayer but want the mountain panel, we have that as well. It's up there. That one's not new, but it has that scene without the prayer on it. Just for options. And then we have this motorcycle panel. It says America's Highway. And it's got Route 66 going up through there. And then we have this beautiful panel here with dragonflies and flowers. It says, let all things be done with love. We do have a coordinating piece to this one that I'll show in just a second. And then we have this fun sewing machine, quilting, sewing panel. My happy place, open 24 hours, one stitch at a time, measure twice, cut once. So those are 4 new panels. Now I have some coordinates. I have some coordinates to go with the sewing machine. So it's right here. So those beautiful sewing machines. On this fabric here. And then we have this fun pair of scissors with these flowers around them. So that goes with the sewing machine one. Then the flower and dragonfly one is this beautiful floral piece. Good morning, Jeanette, Jane, and Janie. Glad everyone is joining us this morning. Just a few more. Another new panel from Benartex. This is called Into the Wild. This is from Anne Lowry. So she done the kitty and the unicorn. I don't know, she's done dogs and cats and all kinds of things. This one is wildlife. Beautiful green and burgundy in this one. And then comes with this all over print that has the animals in it. Just a beautiful piece. Those animals are so pretty. And then we got these two pieces to go with it as well. And then we have lots of blenders and other ones that will match. Great for a guy with all the wildlife in it. Then we have some new cow prints. We have these two here. So one is like out in a pasture, one is more clumped, and then we have this black, like really packed cows. So if you need some cows, we have cows back in stock now. Okay, that's all the new fabric. Then we have a couple new samples I want to show. So this quilt here, I made from a layer cake. We have this layer cake. This is a Snowman Gatherings layer cake. And I know you guys can't see all of it in one view. So one layer cake and 1 3/4 yards for borders and binding will make a quilt 58 by 66. It uses Lori Holt's new papers. This is the Crazy Quilt paper. I showed this a couple months ago. You take and iron this on your layer cake and cut on the lines, peel the paper off, and then mix them up and sew them together. And you come out with something like this. But it's really pretty with the snowmen. And it was very easy to do. I had the blocks cut and pieced in a day. Then you square them up and put them together. So great project. And like I said, we do have the layer cakes of this line, and we have the borders and binding. If you would like a kit, let me know. I can put a kit together for you. Or take 2 layer cakes and make it a little bit bigger. Then I should have read this better. I'm walking back and forth across the store. Chickens are very popular. Roosters are very popular. So we had a rooster panel we made these placemats with. So this we already have kitted up for these 4 placemats. It's $29.99, makes 4 placemats, 16 by 21. It includes the pattern and everything but your backing and your batting. So you need to purchase backing and batting separately. Okay, I have a few more samples up here. They're smaller ones. So last time I showed this pillow for our applique class. We had our first class yesterday. It was wonderful. We do have kits available if you want to make this on your own. The kits are $28.99. It includes the pattern. Excuse me. It includes everything you need to make the pillow except for whatever kind of fusible web you like to do your applique with and your thread. So it comes with all the fabric. For the applique, for the pillow, the front and the back of the pillow, So we do have kits. I know some people asked me for kits last time, and I just didn't have my act together, but I do now. So they're ready. Then we have this new table topper sample. These kits will be ready later today. This is hand embroidery. The kit is $20. Includes the pattern and all the fabric. You will need to purchase floss separate, which we have the floss. It's $1.40, I think, a skein, and one skein would be enough. Mom hand drew this design, so this is one of our patterns, and it's a cute table topper to use all winter, just not for Christmas. So you can leave this out till March. So we do have kits of these. Like I said, they're $20. All you'll need is your floss and your backing and batting. Then, if you do machine embroidery, this is a new collection from OESD, which we can download here in the store for you if you bring a USB stick. This is called Quilty Ghost, or I forget the exact name of it. I did this over the weekend on a sweatshirt. It is super cute. The little ghosts are wearing quilts. There are little quilt squares on them. This was the first time I've done a garment embroidery in years, and it was super easy. Super cute. I didn't get quite close enough when I cut my applique off, but they're ghosts. They're supposed to be kind of crazy. So this will be in the store the rest of this week, but then I will be out next week, and I'm taking it with me to wear. Let's see, I'll just show this. I showed this quilt a couple weeks ago that we had made here in the store out of this cheater print. We have 2 yards of this cheater print left. We're selling it as a 2-yard piece. Makes a great, quick, easy quilt. If you need a quick gift or want to keep it for yourself, put some borders on it. That's what we did. So if you're interested in this, just put cheater print and I'll know what you mean. The 2 yards is $27.98 for the 2-yard piece. This is from Nantucket Summer, from Bonnie and Camille. No, just from Camille. Just from Camille. It used to be Bonnie and Camille. So that 2-yard piece is the last we have of the cheater piece from this line. Okay, now I have books and patterns, notions, and I have a whole bucket full. So I'm going to try to do these quick, but not too quick. I'm going to lay a couple of these out at a time. This is a new company that OESD, which is Oklahoma Embroidery Supply and Designs, has acquired. It's a small punch needle company. I met the owner of this company at BU this year. She is about my age, but she has some beautiful punch needle kits. These kits come with everything you need: the punch needle, the yarn, the hoop, the fabric, small snips. It comes with the pattern and video instructions. This is great if you want to learn how to do punch needle. It's not very big. It comes with everything you need. And they're super fun. I took a class with her, and I think we're doing this one. I haven't finished it yet. I need to finish it. Maybe I will get that done and hang it up here in the store. So there's the daisy, there's a gingerbread man, there's a sunflower, and there's a strawberry. So if you're wanting to dabble in punch needle, this is a great way to start because it comes with everything you need, and it has instructional videos, and her videos are very thorough and walk you step by step through doing punch needle. So those are new. We have a new book called The Little Book of Big Stitch Binding. So this is a 1288 book, and it goes through tools you'll need, techniques, and then it goes through different stitches to do hand binding with pearl cotton. So just another fun way to finish your edges of your quilts if you like to do it by hand or have time. Mine is a time factor. So, good reference book if you want to do this by hand, and there's a video for each stitch, which is great. Videos are wonderful. A new table runner pattern from Creekside Stitches. Finishes either 14 by 42 or 14 inches square. And it takes either charm packs or yardage. Connie asked the price of the punch needle kits. They're $44. Then from Sue Daly, this is an English paper piece table runner. It comes with the papers and the little template to make this runner. This finishes 11 by 35. And then with the papers and the template included, it's a little bit pricier of a pattern, but you have some of the supplies you already need in with it. It's $25. We have a couple new rulers. This is called the Mini Tree and the Tiny Tree rulers. So we have some of these patterns, and these are just the acrylic templates to make cutting those easier. So this is the tree part, and then this is the background. Same here, the tree in the background. So the little one is 16 and the big one is 24. Then we have some more machine embroidery from OESD. This is their freestanding lace village piece for the year. It's a bed and breakfast. $30 design. Comes on a USB stick, multi-formatted for all brands. Then we have this Bernina edition. All kinds of different Berninas, from real old to the brand new ones. And there's 26 designs not pictured on the back here. There are some wonderful designs in this collection if you're a Bernina lover. This one is a $70 collection just because there's so many in there. Then last time I showed Harry Potter's castle and a couple other Harry Potters. Now we have the house banners. So we have Slytherin, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, and Gryffindor. These are tile scene banners. So if you've done a tile scene, you know what I'm talking about. You do it in pieces. And then you sew all these pieces together to get your banner. They're really cool. Especially if you have a Harry Potter fan in your house like I do. I keep getting asked when the castle is going to be done. I haven't even started it yet. So these are $25. He might get one of these before he gets the castle. Then let's see, I have one more machine embroidery from Pickle Pie Designs. This is an iPad book Bible cover that you can monogram. The whole alphabet is built in, so you don't have to worry about putting your alphabet in there. You just choose the design. So that's a fun one if you need a tablet cover. Then we have by Annie's new items are coming in slowly. This pattern is 2 big totes. So this pattern has 2 different size totes in it, the large and the extra large. The large is 13 by 16 by 6, and the extra large is 16 by 22 by 8. Sewing machines would fit definitely in the extra large one. Small travel machines would. So this is one of her new patterns. Then I have a couple other. From Sally Tomato, we have these binder pouches. These would make great teacher gifts if you need teacher gifts or sewing presents for your sewing friends. This pattern is $13. Nice little pattern. Also from Sally Tomato is Emma. This looks like a nice purse. Looks like it has pockets here on each side. Adjustable single shoulder strap. Pockets on the inside. So another $12.99 pattern. And then another pattern for like your iPad or your computer is this one here. It's a $6 pattern from Sally Tomato. So very, very nice patterns. From Love You Sew is another new purse pattern called Christine Sling. And then another iPad cover or notebook cover, Busy Day tablet case. This one has a zipper on the back that you could put pens and pencils in, your charger, whatever you would need to carry with you. That is a $12 pattern. I have one cross stitch, the next seed packet from It's So Emma, $9 pattern. I think we have now, I forget what month this is, but we have like 9 or 10 of them now. Then I have a bunch of, not a bunch, but several new quilt patterns. This one from Thimble Blossoms. Fun little dressed in plate. This finishes 76 by 76. It uses fat quarters and other yardage. Then from Corey Yoder, we have this one called Jelly Twinkle. So this uses a jelly roll and background and borders. It finishes 64 by 76. Then from It's So Emma is this one called Breezy. It's Charm Pack friendly. So your 5-inch squares. And then this pattern using border stripes and the stars in the middle. Just really pretty runner. And this one finishes 29 by 70. So it could be more like a bed runner. Or you can make it smaller if you don't need it so long. Then we have several from Cluck Cluck Sew. This one is called Batter Up. So baseballs and softballs, just depending on what color you make the balls. And then we have Slam Dunk for the basketball lovers. And we have Jelly Twist, which is jelly roll friendly in 4 sizes. And the Batter Up and the Slam Dunk have sizes from crib to twin, where this one is large throw to king. Then I have quite a few new hand work patterns. So this is a wool one, cute little snowman and tree put on the oval trays. So this is from Heart to Hand. It's a 950 pattern. Again, it's done in wool. You would not have to do it in wool. Some people don't like working with wool. You could do this in regular cotton or flannel or whatever you have. Then I have a bunch of new hand embroidery patterns from Kathy Smith. So I'm just going to kind of go through these quick. These are all some sort of sampler. This is an autumn one. These are either $8.50 or $9. We have a bunny. One that's Harvest. Noel. Love. Quilt. Snow. Spooky. Spring. Summer. Stitch. And winter. So those are all new from Kathy Smith. And they finish at 8 by 10, so you could put these in a picture frame and hang them on the wall or set them on a table. This next one is from Bird Brain. This is called Summertime Baskets. So really cute table runner. Again, that one is hand embroidery. This is hand embroidery as well. This is, let me do this one first. This one is Embroidery 101. So this is a how-to guide to hand embroidery. So if you've never hand embroidered and you want to try, this is a good place to start. It goes from beginning, starts you at the beginning, patterns, needles, hoops, all that kind of stuff. It's a $14 pattern, and this is Embroidery 201. This goes the next step after you are finished with the beginner, or if you've already embroidered, maybe you want just something a little bit different. These are kind of more 3D. It goes through those stitches. Then these last couple hand embroidery, I want to separate out. So these two that I'm going to show are iron-on transfers. So little animals, you would just take and cut these out, put them on your fabric and iron it, and it would transfer the design to your fabric so you could hand stitch it. So little llama, fox, a rabbit, an elephant, a hedgehog, and then this one is flowers. And it says that they can be used several times depending on how dark you transfer. So if you don't transfer it all the way, you could use these several times to transfer onto fabric. These are $16.85. So transfer onto your fabric. Now these next three that I'm going to show are printed on sticky water-soluble paper. So you would cut this out, peel the paper off the back and stick it on. Do your handwork through the fabric and the piece of stabilizer here, and then run it under some warm water and it will disappear. So here are the flowers that I just showed. And then we have the same animals. And then we have some more. These are like botanical flowers and different things. So those are all new. Just a few more. The Spellbound hat. This is a wearable witch's hat. These are very popular this fall. And then this is a new pattern. I want to make this with the double-sided Minky. It's just like a little pull-on, you can kind of see it here, shawl. But I think how the double-sided Minky will be so soft. This pattern is $17, and it goes from an extra small to a 3X. So depending on what size you need, it does non-directional, directional, and then some other things. Oops. So fun little shawl if you want to make it, or you can make it out of regular cotton as well. Make it out of a cheetah print on the one side and coordinating on the other. Be very, very fun. And then we have a new book called So Much Love. So lots of fun projects. Just not quilts. They have little games, pin cushions, bags, table runners. She does have quilts in here, but she has all kinds of different stuff. There's a fun quilt, pillows, backpacks, needle case, the Dresden plate that's on the front, bags, all kinds of fun things in this book. This book is $24. Okay, that's all my new stuff. So I know we have some new visitors because Elizabeth says she's a new viewer here. Oops. And you're welcome for getting your package out so quickly. That's what we try to do. I'm glad you're here watching us this morning. And the last thing that I do for everybody that's new is into the bolts. So these are when we get down to just a little bit left. We measure them, we discount them, and try selling them. So I'll read an R with a number. That's what you need to comment to claim. And then the price, I'll read the yardage and I'll read the sale price. We do ship, as Elizabeth knows. So thank you for watching. Thanks everybody for watching. And good morning, Marcia. Thanks for joining us. And if you're joining us on the replay, always comment. Somebody might not have claimed the piece you want. And we'll send a message out later tonight with the items that you have won. And if you have any questions, let us know. So this first one is R1. It is sea turtles. There's 22 inches and it's 603. Again, this is R1, 22 inches for 603. R2 is 13 inches for 338. Again, R2, 13 inches for 338. R3 is 15 inches for 391. Gina, I'm so glad you could join us this morning as well. Hope you will join us on our next one in a couple weeks. Again, this is R3, 15 inches for 391. R4 is a white on white. Get it out of the plastic here. It's a little bitty star. This is R4, 33 inches for $8.11. R4, 33 inches for $8.11. R5 is 22 inches for $5.72. Good morning, Melissa. R5, 22 inches for $5.73. R6, little pumpkins. There's 1 yard and 2 inches for $9.70. R6, 1 yard 2 inches for $9.70. R7 is this border piece. There's not much left. There's 3/8 of a yard for $3.65, and the border print is on both sides. So 3/8 of a yard, R7 for $3.65. R8 is a Holly Taylor print. There's 1 yard and 5 inches for $10.67. Again, R8, 1 yard, 5 inches for $10.67. R9, it's 33 inches for $8.60. R9, 33 inches for $8.60. R10, it's from the Sacre Bleu line from French General. There's 1 yard and 4 inches for $10.42. Again, R10, 1 yard and 4 inches for $10.42. R11, little bats on orange. There's 26 inches for $6.71. R11, 26 inches for $6.71. R12 is a Stonehenge blue star. There's 29 inches for $7.95. Again, R12, 29 inches for $7.95. R13, this is a beautiful print. 1 yard and a quarter for $11.73. R13, 1 and a quarter for $11.73. R14 is Sea Life, Relax and Unwind, Beach. Not sea, it's beach. Well, it has sea on it too. So R14, 35 inches for $9.38. R14, 35 inches for $9.38. R15 is a beautiful batik. It's purples and different shades of purples. There's 34 inches for $9.45. R15, 34 inches for $9.45. R16 is from the Harvest Moon collection from Moda. There's 32 inches for $8.33. R16, 32 inches for $8.33. R17, beautiful gray with gold and darker gray speckles. There's 1 yard and 12 inches for $13. Again, R17, 1 yard and 12 inches for $13. R18, these really pretty pumpkins. There's 21 inches for $6.46. R18 21 inches for $6.46. R19 is spiderwebs, 26 inches for $7.04. R19 26 inches for $7.04. And our last one, R20 24 inches for $6.26. R20 24 inches for $6.26. So that is all that I have for this morning. I do want to let you know that we have extended our fall and Halloween 35% off sale through November 1st. So if you need Halloween or fall to finish up projects, it's all 35% off in-store and online with a 1 yard minimum cut through November the 1st. There is a banner on the home page that takes you to another page that then breaks it down by fabric and panel for both fall and Halloween. So that's all I have. But